What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. Alright, guys. This is going to be a collective reading. I hope everybody's having a good day, night, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Happy holidays from me to you. Hope you guys are off work, staying warm, drinking cocoa. Okay. Collective. Starting out with the Knight of Wands here in reverse. So, someone's been coming in hot and heavy. It could be a little bit of, I think, impulsively here. There was a situation here where someone could have came towards you impulsively or recklessly here with the Knight of Wands. But I feel like the way you handled it was very calm, even though it was kind of out of left field. With the Judgment and the Queen of Cups here, I feel like you are someone who, instead of like going up, going off, and going in on somebody, you kind of like just said, you know what, you hurt. So you kind of like took this L in private, or you may have felt betrayed and hurt and wounded, but you're keeping it to yourself. Like you're not someone who is being messy. You're not trying to go tick for tat. You're not trying to go around and spread more misery because of someone else's, hurt energy. Somebody could be very hurt by a lot of the, I don't know what it is, but the Knight of Wands in reverse, this is someone who was coming in very, like, I don't know, it's not correct. It's not correct. It's not how you need it to be dealt with. It's not how you need it to be addressed. But I see their response to things have been very cool, and it's caused you to kind of be like, take a step back and just allow the energy to sit where it is, and you've like washed your hands of it with the Ten of Wands here in reverse. This is you being like, you know what, if this is how you're going to act, you know what, then like I'm not going to, we don't have to do holidays together, we don't have to do, like you don't have to entertain people you don't want to entertain, you know what I mean? It's like, let's drop the mask this year. Let's normalize not being around toxic family members that we don't really like. Like let's normalize not having to see people that we really don't fuck with, because we know better. We know better. Like these people give an opportunity, will twist your words, they will take things that you say and do and try to turn people against you. These are people who will, for whatever reason, I'm not saying that you're a saint and you have absolutely no fault here whatsoever, but it's like, these are people who intentionally, Knight of Wands here in reverse, go out of their way to like create some type of discord. Temperance. Yeah, you've been doing the healing work. You're trying to balance. You're trying to find peace and harmony in your life. So, if you grew up in the dynamic where maybe you were ostracized for being different, or you were made to feel like a black sheep or any kind of way, maybe this is a reading for you so you can understand that, like, the universe, God, has been here with you in temperance, through the patience, through harmony, through healing. There was a spiritual meaning. And also, this is part of your assignment. Y'all could be earth angels, literally here sent to bring balance and temperance into the world, into the world. From all of this accusatory, just wild, reckless, impulsive behaviors. Take it to our resume. Some of y'all may be like, yeah, we're not doing that. Fuck that. Fuck that. And then Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. This is like having to move away, or having to, in my opinion, this is having to, maybe because of the holidays, you have to return to situations. It is what I'm saying. Yeah, you might have to return to situations, or put yourself in energy where you have to kind of overlook certain struggles, certain beliefs, certain ideologies to kind of have this happy family life. So maybe you, wherever you are going or visiting, whatever ability, structure, city, community group, whatever celebration, whatever it is that you have to go to for the holiday seasons, maybe you're going to be around people with different ideologies than you, and you have to maybe suppress some of your own personal beliefs in order to like keep the peace. If that makes sense. Like, I know with holidays coming up, like you may have to be around people who have different beliefs for politics, religion, you know. Four of Wands. Could be. But, you know, I see like this. I see that there is a commonality, and there is going to be a lot of fun at the celebration. So this could also understand that maybe, you know, maybe at one point, like you were at a family function or something here, right? And it maybe got a little heated or something. This year, it could be more mutual reciprocity within. I love that word. I've been using that word a lot lately in the other readings. You know, more reciprocity with people wanting to see other people's sides. It could also people. I'm getting the sense that there's a possibility for people to maybe change their opinion and their views on you with the Four of Wands here. They maybe, there's been so much healing in the past that maybe they now perceive a different, more evolved, a more loving, a more caring. And maybe in the past you hadn't always been so calm and, you know, tempered as you are now. You may have been very much in this Knight of Wands energy. You may have been a very like crazy bitch. You know, I mean, a Queen of Wands in reverse and the Devil. Yeah, you did. You did. You totally did. You totally used to be someone who was on more of the, you know, hey, listen, hey, I ain't no fucking angel. I'm telling you, the person I used to be, the way I used to perceive things, and the way I used to interact with certain people in my family and just the world in general, I very much came off as a diabolical, evil, obsessed, crazied, addicted, dramatic. Well, yeah. I was dramatic at times. Kind of a little. I guess the Queen of Wands could also be kind of like a little dark, a little, a little. You know, she's still the Queen of Wands, but in the reverse, it's like, okay, she's a little like, little catty, a little bitchy, a little dark here. Nine of Cups in reverse with the Lovers in reverse. You know, you could have overcame a lot of personal growth in terms of like love, self-love, self-expression, self-happiness. You know, just being able to really express your dreams, your love, and being who you are. That may have been something that was really hard for you to articulate. You could have overcame trying to try to outthink or outgrow limited thinking mindsets. Have some type of like you've been through a lot. Okay, there's been a lot. Yeah, injustice here in reverse with the Lovers and the Devil. You know, all of this is shit that this is all part of your soul contract, honestly. Like, this is all shit that you are needing to go through in order for you to complete your mission here, in order to move closer to love. That's all that we do, right? You know, everything is I think of life as like a mission, right? You know, like you're here to get closer to love, to understand what it means to feel and be and express unconditional love. That's just how I feel. And then all these scenarios that we put ourselves in are just ways that we express, show, receive, and, you know, give love. And it's just all a tool. And I think of it like that, and it kind of helps me, like, not take everything so personal. Like when I put myself in, like, the point of view of, like, you know, this could all just be like a simulation and like a machine, and the objective is for me to understand love or humanity or whatever you want to replace the word love with, or whatever. Why am I so attached, so upset, so, you know, worried about what these people think, when in the end we're all going to have to, you know, game over, and then we're going to reset anyway. And it's like, during the gameplay, you're not supposed to, or like that type of like cheat code is something that not many people get to really use. And I don't know. Take it all resonate. What if everything that we care so much about isn't that fucking important? And then we're just over here going crazy over shit that don't even fucking matter. I don't know. Or maybe it didn't have to matter so much to the point that we felt like we needed it to work out. We needed things to be a certain way. Like, what if it didn't matter to the point to where, like, you know, if I don't know. If I don't get this this house, or if I don't live in this neighborhood, if I don't have this, you know, this aesthetic, like, my life is gonna be ruined. And it's like, is it though? But did you die? Like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You know. What if you adopted that mentality? And I'm not saying like give up on your dreams and anything like that. Seven of Wands, defend what you want. You know, take action. Be brave. Defend what you've curated for your life, what you have, you know, allowed yourself to have. But also, I think I might have been getting off point there, but like, just think life should be more not so serious. Not make everything feel so serious and important. I don't know. Three of Wands in reverse. You could have been someone who felt like, or some people could feel, Two of Cups and the Sun card here at the bottom of the deck. There is like some sort of like twin flame, mirrored lovers energy kind of thing maybe going on here. Yeah. You know, you could have felt maybe like left out a lot in the previous months or years, like, or you just wanted to sit things out. You wanted to, I feel like you've pulled back a lot of your energy here. Ooh, Temperance and Justice here. Whoa. This is definitely divine intervention. Okay. Clarity, justice, balance. Karma. You know, you've paid your price for whatever it is that you've gone through. You've learned, you've molded, you've adapted, you've paid your karmic debts. You are someone who deserves good things, and you should be around people who want to celebrate those things with you. And like, I don't know about you all, I'm just gonna say this. Let's normalize not feeling forced to be around family members. Like, let's just remind that. Like, if you do not want to be around certain people, do not force yourself to do that, because this Four of Wands and this Seven of Wands may just be you staying at home with you and your kitty, your cat, your dog, whatever, your friends, your past, whomever, and just defending the fuck out of your peace. You know? So you can take it how it resonates. This could be you finding the ability to stand your ground within the dynamic of people during celebrations, during holidays. Reinventing what that looks like. It's up to you, but whatever it is, you're going to be happy, and it's going to be something that is aligned with your higher soul, higher self here. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like, well, I was going to say, I think that this is Fortune and the Six of Wands leaving a bad opportunity. That's what I was thinking. It's, maybe right now we're at like this down spiral of the cycle where you're like, you're kind of like going through the motions. And I don't know about you all, but this has not been like this holiday season hasn't felt very holiday season to me. I'm driving around and I don't see a lot of people with Christmas lights, and granted, I don't really drive through subdivisions, or touche, I really don't drive through subdivisions, but the ones that I did drive through, I kind of live off the main street, but like if you go that way or whatever, there's the subs, the little subdivision area, I guess you could say. And I don't see many lights. I did not see many people with Christmas lights up. I seen a few. I went for a walk last night with my friend. Me and her, we went down through the, I forget what it was called, like some trail. And we were just walking, just like a night walk. I'm trying to get out and walk more. Since my hip is feeling better, I don't know if I told you guys, but I got like lower back and hip pain, and I've been trying to walk more. But anyway, sorry, I'm feeling better, and I feel like this Six of Wands, Six of Swords is like the, you're like in that last couple of days of like this like holiday Grinch, just kind of like downward energy swing. Maybe it's just holidays can be stressful for us. I don't feel like there's anything major going on that's wrong here. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse isn't a bad card. It just means that you have to look at this blessing from a different angle. The energy of the Wheel of Fortune is still that of someone being an opportunity of a lifetime. And it's not that you're gonna miss it. It's just that you didn't. You're gonna be surprisingly shocked because you didn't know what you signed up for. It's Empress in reverse. Okay. Oh, you big baby. You're gonna be working. You're gonna be making money. You're gonna be. The Four of Wands, for some reason, I just heard this Empress in reverse is someone here who is like, you have this successful business here, maybe with the Four of Wands. It's a celebration of maybe a business for some of you all. And this Empress energy in reverse is someone who is, I've only got like 6 hours of sleep because, I had 10,000 orders to fulfill. Like, that's how much money, that's how much success, that's how much of your business growing and expanding. Like, oh man, like, who wouldn't, like, hey, they're like, oh man, like, I'm so busy. I haven't had to be able to sleep all day. I've been booked and I've just been, blessed with orders and shit. Like, people just really want my products. Damn. Like, it's kind of like that energy is what I'm feeling. And that was me being sarcastic. Of course you're happy. It's just, you're going to be successful. You're going to have to, it's going to be a little tiring. But I feel like the Emperor still pours into themselves, but in reverse, it's reminding you to, maybe take some time to yourself. Take some time to really make sure, we're thankful for the job, we're thankful for the gig, but, you don't need to work every single overtime shift available, okay? Go in, get you some hot cocoa, put your feet up, drink a beer, drink some wine, whatever it is that you like to do. That's how I see that. And also, this can also be, I just thought of this from this angle. Don't be afraid to ignore everybody tomorrow. This is going to drop on Christmas Eve. Don't be afraid to be like, ooh, you know what? I don't feel like going over. I don't feel like going over around there. I don't feel like going around to their house. I don't feel like going there. I want to stay in and like, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. See, Nine of Swords in reverse. Don't feel bad, because they won't. King of Swords. I know with the economy and stuff, I'm not doing much for Christmas. I ain't looking for nothing for Christmas. So kind of like, out of sight, out of mind, out of pockets. You know what I mean? Sit here and I'm gonna do my little thing. Yeah, you're gonna be in bliss. You are like finding your personal. You're defending, you're protecting, you're guarding, you're surpassing, you're winning, challenging, battling, all those words, right? You are going to be someone who comes out on top when it comes to getting what you want in life. You don't care how hard you gotta work. You don't care how long it takes. You're not going to let people stand in your way. Let it be, I've said this. It doesn't matter if it's your mom, your dad, your uncle, your cousins, brother, sister. Don't let anybody talk crazy to you. And because I don't think they will with this Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands, you definitely know how to stand your ground. That's for sure. I'll say that. Queen of Swords and the Queen of Two of Cups. Oh, there could be this. Somebody here is in secret beef. Y'all could be in secret beef, but there could be someone here wanting to bury the hatchet. This Page of Pentacles is like, you know what? Like I said, for those who are like, you're not just gonna sit at home and do nothing all day. I mean, there's that, family member, that relative, that friend that sometimes y'all can't see each other for more than a couple of hours every few months, because once y'all too alike, you know what I mean? Y'all too alike. Sometimes y'all be getting each other's nerves. That's that. That happens when people aren't. Sometimes the Two of Cups represents the mirrored energy here. And so like your twin flame mirror energy is like showing you your shadow side that you are still unaware of. It's being reflected in through someone else to you. So you're like, hey, look, like you got some of them tendencies too, the ones that you talked about that you don't like. It's so crazy to me. Someone will be like, oh God, I'm trying to think of a good example here. Like, so someone's like, I can't stand, a woman who's a picky eater. Like people who are picky eaters, like, but it's like, you're a picky eater. Like you only eat chicken nuggets and French fries. Like that's, you know what I mean? It's like you're upset with something that you do, but you don't see what you do as a problem, even though you do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like unaware of your hypocrisy. Yeah, it's trying to show you how you could be unaware of certain hypocrisies within yourself. And sometimes, we all have our blind spots. We all have our little spots that we don't see within ourselves, or we may rationalize how we do it differently. Like, no, it's not ghosting when I do it. It's self-preservation. It's me taking care of it's me dealing with my mental. It's not me ghosting someone because I can't tell them how I feel. It's me protecting my energy and my space. Okay. A good example of this is watch a cross reading. Like watch what was it? Like, watch someone else's zodiac reading, right? So let's say you're a Pisces and you're dealing with a Cancer, right? Well, watch a Cancer reading and see how you show up in they reading. Sometimes it's a little eye shocking. Is that a word? Eye shocking? Earth shocking? Or shocking? I don't know where eye came from. Third eye. Eye shocking. Your third eye. It could be a little shocking. It could shock your third eye open. Yeah. There we go. I don't know how I got to that, but okay. The devil in reverse. You was all hot mess back in the day, collective. And it's okay. I was too. I'm a part of the collective. That's why it's called the collective. That's why I laugh, because I see me in you. Alright, the devil in reverse here. But you know, in reverse also signifies overcoming. It also could represent, you know, releasing of these attachments, of this egoic a sense of identity. Like I was saying earlier, you know, like, why do we have to hold so tightly to these beliefs, these identities of ourselves? You know, who says that, oh, you're only going to be a teacher forever, you're only going to be a dentist, you're only going to be a lawyer, you're only going to be a doctor, you can release those identities at any moment, and you can create the ones that align more with your higher self versus your lower self, the devil. And maybe that was, at one point, that was a way of surviving. The Queen of Cups here. Yeah, a lot of compassion. You have a lot of compassion within you. You have a lot of empathy, and there's been a lot of healing, maybe from the divine feminine energy here, through understanding that maybe the people who did hurt you, it wasn't intentional. It was just their ego's way of surviving themselves. And it was like, you may have just been someone who they just like to throw under the bus, because you used to just be so throwable under the bus, because you kind of just damn near laid in the street, you know. It was easy to gang up on you. It was easy. You didn't fight back. You didn't really, not that you couldn't, it's just you've learned to maybe accept the mistreatment. You've learned to accept being unheard. You've accepted not being taken, and that may have developed this guarded energy around you, this energy of, you know, Three of Wands, wanting to escape, wanting to go away, wanting to distance yourself, because you never really felt like you may have fitted in. You may have always been, you know, the outcasted kind of person here. King of Cups in reverse. Ooh, okay. King of Cups, ooh, with the Queen of Cups and the King of... So emotionally here, with this King of Cups in reverse, this is someone here, this could be your energy as well. You know, you're feeling a little... I feel like you are very protective of your sense of peace. You aren't in the mood to be played with. You know, I'm getting this energy of someone who understands the emotional manipulation games and tactics of other people. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse in the Moon card. It's like, you're not going with it. You're not going to pretend to go along with it. We're not going to pretend to make peace. I mean, like, we are going to, like, you know, we're not going to be, like, crazy. But it's weird. It's a weird energy. It's like coming off fake, protect the peace. I don't know. Maybe you're someone who used to go all out for other people on Christmas, even though you maybe didn't feel like you had the finances, or you may not have really. But now you're like, you know what? If you don't get anything from me, you don't get anything from me. I don't really give a shit. You know, you're really not that focused on it. You're really more focused on just being around those that make you feel happy, and you're not worried about trying to appease everybody. They don't want to be appeased. They don't want to be appeased. You know, I'm not trying to start shit, but like, if you want to feel that way, you feel that way. I'm not going to bow down and, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I do like, hey, like, you know, I'm not going to apologize more than once kind of energy. Queen of Wands. I know that's right. And now look at you. Now you are this Queen of Wands, but you're upright. You've always been the Queen of Wands. You've always been magnetic. You've always been attractive. The Lovers was at the bottom of the deck here. You've always been someone here who they know is not a shitty, dumb, bad fucking person. Oh, God. Speaking of that, they always knew you weren't that kind of person. But, you know, I just feel like now that you aren't playing this role to them, this, so now that you're not playing this submissive role, they have no choice but to respect you or get away from you. Like, that's, you know, and you're busy, you're coming to work on, when you coming to work on time, when you feel like it. You got everything going for you here coming up, like your business, your work, your relationships. You know, you're going to be a little exhausted though, because, you know, you have a lot of shit going on. Whew. King of Pentacles and the Sun here in reverse. Just, you're going to be so busy. People could accuse you of like doing something nefarious, or maybe like being overly concerned with like material wealth and abundance here. And I don't think you are. I don't think you are. It's just people are going to be like, damn, like, but you're also someone who is about your business. So in a sense, you're a business oriented, but you're also a very spiritual, grounded, loving person. But, you know, don't ever get it twisted. I'm not going to sacrifice one for the other. They both mean something to me. And Knight of Swords in reverse is that it's just going to... Communication with some people may be a little just... I don't know. That sucks. There's too many people messaging me. Oh my goodness, this reading is coming true for me. There's like Christmas messages and stuff coming in. Oh man. Ooh. Let me tell you though. I think this is going to be a defining season. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, we're walking towards this Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. That is a reunion here, a peaceful reunion here. You know, Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. All of this is possible. You're walking towards all of this. Once you cut off, once you... keep the peace, but in the future, just know that like you're gonna have less communication with certain people who are not supportive of you, with people who are not on your team, people who may not have the same intentions as you or the same aligned, you know, goals, motivations, modes of operandi, you know, as you do. All right, collective. You're gonna have a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of opportunities, a lot of success, a lot of happy times. the more and more you decide to pick yourself over other people, the more and more you choose to invest into yourself, and the more and more you move away from guilt and overanalyzing the past and working on that, working on building these, processing your feelings, processing these deep emotions, processing all of that shit, so you can truly have clarity on what it is that you need to focus on, because it's coming regardless. You know, this Wheel of Fortune is going to come regardless of you being ready or not. It's like the universe is telling you, hey, process this shit, because I can't keep holding this forever. It's coming towards you. It's coming for you. It's here. It's here, actually. It's here. And I feel that. I know that resonated with me. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for being here. And you know what? No, it's the holidays. Let's do a Moonology goodbye card. Just one. I know I've taken up plenty of your time. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you guys for watching. It's time to take action. Whatever passion projects, whatever hobbies, whatever skills, whatever crafts, whatever thing that you want to start with the new year coming into, it's time to do it. I'm going to give you one more. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Don't let your past hold you back. And I just say that with this. Can I just say that? Don't let the past hold you back, man. Or woman. Or whomever. Everyone. Alright, guys. I love you. Drink water. Be safe. And peace.